From dusk till dawn, Channel Africa Radio is your soundtrack to life.
Ain't this what you came to see? Let me be your muse. I'll inspire you in ways you won't believe. 50 shades and hues, tailor-made for you. Draw me in, look at what you started. Go with your hands, can you paint my body? Go ahead and brush up on me. Baby, when you want it, sign it, dotted. I'll be your peace. I'll be your peace. I'll be your peace. Your A-R-T. Study my face, frame. Put me on the wall above the staircase. If you show me off, I'll be your peace. Your A-R-T. Fresh out the gallery. Can you handle me? Handle me carefully. I'll be yours to keep. I'm your centerpiece. Make the canvas speak. When you draw me in, look at what you started. Go with your hands, can you paint my body? Go ahead and brush up on me. Baby, when you want it, sign it, dotted. I'll be your peace. I'll be your peace. I'll be your peace. Your A-R-T. Study my face, frame. Put me on the wall above the staircase. If you show me off, I'll be your peace. Your A-R-T. I'll be your peace. Your A-R-T.
Ease into your weekend morning. It's the Oasis with Ntsako Mohlanga. Only on Channel Africa. Channel Africa.
Roach Beats.
Early mama on your phone, I they call, baby. 247, they be you, I they want, baby. While I know yawa for you, baby. Chai pack well and balance well for me. Yeah. Baby, baby, oh baby. Baby, baby. Baby, baby, oh baby. Baby, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh baby. Baby, baby, oh baby. Chai back well and balance well for me.
No time for chit chat. I want you to pull me closer, baby. Oh, miss you, I can't lie. We don't build love where distance no fit corrupt. No yawa, oh, baby, tell me no yawa, oh. Back well and balance well for me.
Yeah, I know say things no balance, but you don't try for me. Yeah, yeah, and I go give you joy, cause I know strong man go there for me.
Yeah, good for you. No go give you story. Who wanna give you story now? So back well and balance well for me.
Yeah, baby, oh baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baby, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baby, baby, oh baby. Baby, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh baby. Baby, baby, oh baby. Child,
Back well and balance well for me.
details, just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa.
6:52 Central African Time. Some cutesy music coming through from Davido, who's actually going to be coming to South Africa. I'm so excited. On the 29th of August for, I think it's Scorpion Kings, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I love that. And it was so beautiful to see because I think they 2 days-ish ago were like, oh, we're having an international act coming in. So we didn't really know what to expect. But the fact that they kept it purely African for me was just such an experience. I was like, yes, that's how we do it, guys. Let's give ourselves the love. And now I'm tempted to go. I'm so tempted to go. 29th of August, it's going to be amazing. So that's going to be something to look forward to genuinely. And I'm also quite excited for springtime. September is one of my favorite times. And in the African calendar, it is the significance of September is that it's a new year. That's what we consider a new year. It's a new beginning. And when you think about a flower, for example, because I'd like to think that we all view ourselves as flowers. If not, then I'm not sure why. But when you think of a flower and you think of why, or what flowers actually do in the month of August is they collect their minerals. They collect their nutrients, right? Because they're supposed to be the brightest and happiest and springiest on the 1st of September. They literally have a due date to be back on their trees and back in the game on the 1st of September. Think of yourself as a flower, right? Maybe you are about to get to your bloom season, right? What do you think a flower is doing right now? It is soaking up as much sun, for the photosynthesis to happen. It is soaking up as much minerals from the roots. It is soaking up as much, melanin from the mud. It's soaking up all the nutrients so that for its bloom. So what nutrients should you be soaking up? Should you be exercising? Maybe eating well is a nutrient you need to be cognizant of. Maybe it's one way to kind of soak in as much nutrients as possible. But just think about it that way. If you're a flower right now, what do you need to do to kind of prepare for your bloom season? You can't just sit and wait for life to be absolutely perfect. Think of yourself right now. What is the thing that you need to be doing to prepare for your bloom season? You want to lose weight. You want to, start work. You want to start school. Maybe you're stepping into your first semester. Do you think watching TV all the time is going to be a best way to prep for that? No, you should be reading a book that is in line with the thing that you're studying. If you want to have a sexy summer or a sexy September, do you think you should be eating terrible foods right now? No, you should be eating quite healthy so that you can preserve your weight and make sure that you are watching your weight. So what do you need to be doing right now to ensure that you are preparing for your sexy summer? Let me know on WhatsApp, +27634069126. We're heading to the top of the hour where we're going to hear from the news team on what is happening in and around the world. I wonder if there'll ever be a day where there's just nothing to report on. I feel like that's borderline impossible, but there's always something happening every day. I wonder if there'll ever be a day where there's just absolutely nothing to report on, nothing negative to report on. I feel like that'll be the day the world is ending, but even then you have to report on the fact that the world is ending. It is 6:56 of Central African Time, just about 4 minutes to go before we head to the top of the hour.
Start your weekend grounded and refreshed. Join Tsako Muhlanga on the Oasis, Saturday from 6 till 9, only on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Drop out. Alusa, don't be a drop out. Do your bad grades. Rolling on the high grade. And I'm thinking it's a mistake. Calling me a disgrace. Wakani lockdown. With your wakani crop out. Teacher, don't teach me nonsense. Remember how you call me useless. Don't you know my gift is priceless? And my legacy been timeless. And I'm never working a 9 to 5. I wanna be a root boy for life. I know that you made a sacrifice. You know I'm willing to pay the price. Mama, I don't wanna be the A student, working for the B students. What company I see students in the land of the D students. Oh mama, now my E students. Uku inje wana dasa na my bands. Oh, you know the end justifies the means. You better take your time, but don't waste it. I think I'm losing motivation. I'm sick and tired of all this fake shit. I need to find a revelation. It takes a nation to raise a man, but it takes a woman to bless the nation. And music is the best education. I'm a preaching to the fucking congregation, telling me nonsense. I can't be munanganga useless. All the son of Connie digress. You ADHD, see your madness. And I know you're judging me cause I'm high. Can't keep a job in a suit and tie. Can't keep time, but when it's my time, I know you all gonna testify. Have a moment of silence for the A students, working for the B students. What company I see students in the land of the D students. Oh mama, now my E students. Uku inje wana dasa na my bands. Oh, you know the end justifies the means.
Get the news, music, and lifestyle of Africa on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
I'm a da. She want them from. Like if I want time, now she come from. I think too long. She want to test in my cockara. My dear, make I tell you. I know they want to do like say. Me, I supposed to go holiday, but I want to stay. She thought I was lazy. She said, baby, don't play me. When I hear the she be screaming my name. Drive me not crazy. She wanted on a daily. She told me on the phone. Said she want to know if I come back again. If I come back again. I give her like I'm a Yankee girl. She make her go.
SABC News, the African perspective.
Top stories this hour. Top military officials arrested in Mali, and Kenya's child exploitation investigation dubbed as Hawks. For the news at 7, I'm Matapula Mahabe. Good morning. Mali authorities have arrested several top military officials, including a French national, over an alleged plot to overthrow the government. Among those were Generals Abbas Dembele and Nema Sagara, as well as French citizen Yann Vezilla. Reports say that more than 30 soldiers and officials were in custody. Butlale Pele reports.
Mali continues to face deadly attacks from different armed groups in the north and central regions of the country. Authorities have arrested several top military officials and a French national of the alleged coup to destabilize the government. Mali President Assimi Goïta was granted a 5-year renewable term in June, with political activities suspended nationwide. Mali recently cut military ties with France and has turned to Russia for support. Authorities say that the situation is currently under control.
Sudanese officials have warned that civilians are dying from hunger in the southern region of Kordofan. Fighting between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces has intensified in recent weeks and has stopped people from farming. The politician Sadiq Tawer, who was in Sudan's military government before the 2021 coup, has told the BBC that cities have been under siege since May.
In Kordofan, especially in South Kordofan, Deleng and Kadugli, it's a real catastrophe. The main roads have been totally blocked. So the cities of Deleng and Kadugli especially have been by siege for a couple of months. So nowadays in the markets and the stores, there is no any amount of food.
The U.S. State Department says its relationship with South Africa remains strained by the conditions in the country and discrimination against racial minorities. South Africa's International Relations Ministry has rejected the U.S. country report on human rights practices as inaccurate and deeply flawed. But the U.S. insisted that their report addresses human rights issues objectively, whether they arose in countries that they are adversaries, allies or partners, and that they are summaries of factual observations. Sherwin Bryce Peace reported that specific questions posed to the U.S. State Department were not addressed in their response.
SABC News provided the DIRCO statement to the State Department inquiring as to whether there'd been any engagement with the South African government prior to the release of the country report and asked them to respond to concerns raised by DIRCO about the human rights deficiencies in the United States. A spokesperson responded that President Trump had been very clear about his concerns on the severity of violence in South Africa and that the country needed to take tangible steps to condemn and address these egregious problems.
And South Africa's trade union AMCU says all is set to mark the 13 years since 34 mine workers were gunned down by police in Marikana. The miners were demanding a $710 monthly salary for the lowest paid employees. 10 people, including police, security officers and mine workers, were killed days preceding the 16th August 2012 massacre. Scores others were wounded while others were arrested. AMCU Deputy President Putuma Manyati says about 20,000 people are expected to attend the commemoration.
Actually, the trend is that if it falls over the weekend, particularly on Saturday, we expect at least 20,000 people. That has been the trend. If it's during the week, there's a lesser number because people are at work. But if it's over the weekend, particularly on Saturday, everybody wants to be here.
And the BBC has defended its investigation into child sexual exploitation in Kenya after the government described it as a hoax. Speaking in Parliament on Wednesday, Interior Minister Kipchumba Murkomen described the documentary as a fake. Murkomen added that the victims interviewed by BBC Africa Eye were posing as children. However, the BBC argues the documentary was clear that those interviewed were adults recounting experiences of abuse that occurred when they were underage. Murkomen defended the Kenyan government's record on protecting children, saying it took cases of trafficking of minors seriously. A recap of your top story: more than 30 soldiers and officials More than 30 soldiers and officials are in custody in Mali over an alleged plot to overthrow the government. Among those were several top military officials, including Generals Abbas Dembele and Nema Sagara, as well as French citizens Ian Vasilier. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +2711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
It is 6 minutes past 7 a.m. Usually by now I would say the sun is flirting with us. I'm hoping that it is. But we are in beautiful studios, broadcasting all the way in Johannesburg, which is a wonderful, busy, hustling city in South Africa, Gauteng, one of the smallest provinces. But hey, Joburg, I feel like it's a lifestyle. Joburg has no longer become just a city. It's a lifestyle. Pilis Joburg. You're living the Joburg life. Trust me. Here, you work. There's been a lot of rumors about whether you have friends in Joburg or get them. They said they wanted to join us in studio. I always love in studio interviews. I don't know, they just feel more personal. I could be biased, So if you are lined up as a guest, I think just try. If you can, why not? Come into the studio, man. I really, really would enjoy it. But for me, I look forward to having this conversation. Black women in photography, and how do we separate from the other races, number one, and two, what makes our product so unique? What makes us extremely unique? I can't wait to have this conversation. It is 7:08 Central African Time. Welcome to the second hour of the show.
This August, we celebrate the strength, brilliance, and unstoppable spirit of African women.
It was the women themselves who strove for and got the changes by lobbying, going through NGOs, and by networking.
That's you, ladies. From the boardroom to the classroom, from the marketplace to the microphone, women are leading, innovating, and transforming our continent every day.
Oh, here's to knowing that as a woman, your voice can change the world.
Your voice matters. Your story inspires. Your presence is powerful. This Women's Month, we honor you. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
The Upside, your afternoons just got even better.
Bantu Biko Street by Simpiwe Dana. Ndi ready. Simpiwe, 20 years in song. So what emotions come up when you hear that, hey, you've been doing this for 20 years now?
It almost feels like no time has passed, eh? I just, I know obviously time has passed, but I don't feel it. Even about my age, I'm 45. I always get shocked when I think, oh my God, in 5 years' time, I'll be 50. Because for me as an artist, it's almost like when it comes to certain things, time stands still. And as a result, you find that a lot of artists are very childlike, which, helps them to always have a fresh approach to issues.
I tell you what, I'm feeling healed just by that.
We take no sides, none whatsoever. We are the Upside from 6 till 9 a.m. Central African Time on Channel Africa, the African perspective.
So easy.
I'll prove it all. She will go to the matter, make we solve and cup and every time make you call back better. I might be dangerous, but I'm on your side, on your side. I know you thought that I would come and break your heart. No, not today. No, not today. And I know you thought that I would come and let to your scars. No, not today. No, not today. You need a good hug, good sex and good love, someone you can trust. Don't worry about nothing. I know you're struggling picture. Love and protect you like my sister. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Speak of you highly and love you deeper. Open your doors, run you a hot bath, open your pores. Grapes and top wine, open your jaws. I'm nothing like them other niggas from before. I'm fighting the stereotype, I'm going to war. Let's go MIA, elope on the shore. Mrs. Me, them legs are gold, I'm Mr. T. Keep them around my neck till I forget to breathe.
I just want to listen to you. Tell me all of the things you want. Tell me all of the things you need. Just sit back and listen to you. Hold you close while I hear you out. We so close I can hear you breathe. 'Cause nothing will matter, 'cause nothing's the same. 'Cause when you're with me, let your past be your pain. 'Cause I won't neglect you, won't repeat the pain, the pain, the pain. I know you thought that I would come and break your heart. No, not today. No, not today. And I know you thought that I would come and add to your scars. No, not today. No, not today.
Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
On a Sunday morning, she won't do something, I won't go church. On a Monday morning, I won't do something, she won't go walk. I better, no move this way. I better, police, yeah, police. She don't take my heart, they go. Police, police, yeah, police. She don't take my heart, they go. You body me, my baby. If money no dey, I like you again, no, I like you again. Papa la nonsense, will you body me, my baby? If you body no dey, I like you again, no, I like you again. Papa la nonsense, Friday morning she want attention, I want do yoga. On a Friday night when I want attention, she want to roll out. I better, don't move this way. I better, police, police, yeah, police. She don't thief my heart, they go. Police, police, yeah, police. She don't thief my heart, they go. You body me, my baby. If money no dey, I like you again, no, I like you again. Papa la nonsense, will you body me, my baby? If you body no dey, I like you again, no, I like you again. Papa la nonsense,
(7:17) Central African Time. Some good music from Kiz Daniel with Police featuring Angelique Kidjo and Johnny Drill. It's going to be some lovely music, lovely conversations. We are celebrating Black women in photography, and it's important to create spaces where we can all exist as those women. So it's very important. I mean, look, you're probably sitting there complaining about the fact that no one is doing a certain thing for your tribe. You know, maybe there's no Indian women in photography. Maybe there's no, white women in photography. Create it. Literally, you have free will. Just create it. The thing that you want to do, just do it. Be the one to start it. Okay, it is a 7:18 Central African time. I'm going to be joined in studio by the amazing black women who are in photography, and I am looking forward to seeing the work that they are going to be doing and what we can look forward to in the upcoming conference. It's going to be absolutely lovely. Make sure that on social media at Channel Africa 1 is where you can find us, and keep finding us there and sharing what you want to what are you going to be up to this weekend on +2763406 9126, and we look forward to seeing what your plans are. Include us in your day, man. I love it. Radio is so important. It is 7:18 Central African time.
Você é fluente em português? É apaixonado por rádio e quer trabalhar na África do Sul? Você tem documentos que o qualificam para trabalhar na África do Sul? Nesse caso, podemos ter uma oportunidade para você trabalhar no Canal África. Envie seu currículo e demonstração para Canal África at newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. Lembre-se, se você não receber alguma resposta nossa em 14 dias, isso significa que você não foi selecionado. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
Africa, meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Stella Longwe, Pamalonje.
Palitu sokoma pano pamalonje. Kumvera nyimbo za mu Africa, kusangalala, kupeza moyo. Akuti kumva moyo kuti kuyenda bwino. Pano pamalonje. Ndiyetu apa tili ndikatswiri oyimba ameneyu ndikatswiri wa dziko la Malawi amene akukhala mdziko la South Africa, ndipo amayimba amene akuti ndi Big Nick Malawi. Yatusati kuti kodi moyo wanu woyimba ukuyenda bwanji mu Johannesburg?
Moyo woyimba ukuyenda bwinobwino wambiri. Chiliyonse chikutheka ndithu bwinobwino.
Ayi, aziwoneka chiliyonse chikutheka mofa magrasi anu apa mwaka. Akuti kumenya yonse aziwoneka zoti azikutheka ndithu mu Johannesburg.
Malonje, panthawi ya 6 koloko kufikira 7 koloko madzulo. Lowiruka ndi Stella Longwe.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802. In this episode of Channel Africa Conversations, Peter talks to Dr. Thulisile Buddha, an academic, author, and an expert in indigenous knowledge systems. Join us for a compelling discussion on preserving African languages and traditions in the digital era. Dr. Thulisile unpacks the role of educators, explorers, and how technologies like AI can support cultural preservation, and challenges us to rethink how we honor African heritage. You can find the episode on YouTube, SABC Plus, and on our website, channelafrica.co.za. This episode is a must-listen for educators, creators, and change makers across the continent. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Weekends just got better. Only on Channel Africa.
7:22 Central African Time. Welcome back to it. And we are joined by some amazing women doing incredible things, where we are going to be uplifting women, where we are going to be celebrating women. Invite me. I always say, just keep a seat there for me, because I always want to be a part of conversations like that. And right now, the Muholi Art Institute, in partnership with the Market Photo Workshop and the Ruth Mudo Photo Mentorship, will host the landmark Black Women in Photography Conference from the 21st to the 23rd of August. So it's upcoming at the Market Square, Newtown in Johannesburg, under the visionary leadership of Uzanele Muholi. And we are actually joined by some amazing women who are going to be unpacking this in great detail. We're joined in studio by Ubandile Gumbi, who is the head of Market Photo Workshop. And on the line, we have Carol, Chairman Carol, who's an alumni and representative from the Muholi Art Institute, and Lufuno Radwanga, who is the coming from the Muholi Art Institute, and she is the conference producer. Ladies, how are we doing today?
We're fine.
Where we are celebrating women, where we are waving the flag for women, trust me, invite me, guys. Invite Channel Africa at every corner. So let's have a conversation about this. I mean, it's important for us to, have this conference. But, putting it together, I'm sure, is quite an interesting activity. Talk to us about that.
So, the photo workshop has been producing amazing photographers, some of them which are very much integral to this conference, like Zanele Muholi and Charmaine Carroll, the alumni. So producing this it's both kind of seeing alumni fly and doing amazing things in the world, and us still being in contact or in communication with the network that the school has built over the years. So in looking at this one and really focusing on Black women in the space, it's about visibility more than anything else. It's about saying we do exist as women photographers. This is what we do. This is how we look like. That is how we organize ourselves, like in conferences and dialogues like this. And these are our issues that we're dealing with, and we want them addressed. We want them to be talked about, and we want to talk to each other about these kinds of issues.
I'm sure someone out there, the questions come up, from time to time. And I want an opinion from all three of you ladies, right? I'm sure people ask the question, why is it important to, separate the Black woman in photography specifically? What do Black women in photography bring to the table? That's and I want us to finally answer it ourselves. I feel like it's a question that we get asked a lot, but we don't necessarily get the opportunity or the platform to be able to answer it. So why specifically that? And I want Charmaine to chime in. I want Lufono as well. I'm going to get your opinions from you two ladies as well. I'd love for us to talk about that. What do Black women in photography bring to the table? Let's start with Charmaine, maybe. Yes.
Okay. For instance, I live in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
I live in rural Mount Frere. And in rural Mount Frere, I have not seen any images that represent me and that represent the people that I live with around my village. So I think that is exactly what it is that we bring to the table, is that the stories that you don't see on the media, and if you see them because kutotoya for amanzi, kutotoya for getting taps, But there's real stories. There's real women. There's real people. There's real people with stories, and those stories are not told enough.
And Lufuno?
Hi there. So speaking on what Charmaine has said, I will also say that as a Black woman, we bring sort of an intersectional eye, in this industry, like bringing a nuance to issues of race, gender identity. As Black women, we experience, these things very differently, and having Black women photographers sort of highlight this is very, very important. I feel like to bring visibility and intersectional highlights intersectionality essentially. Yeah.
I'm already picturing it, guys. A room full of black women creatives. Oh, it feels so safe. Like it feels like a blanket, you know. It's there's something so safe and warm about that. I'm fangirling about it, and rightfully so. So, you know, I think it's important now the activities that need to happen or that are going to happen. You know, how did you put those together in this? I guess we should say 2-day conference. Three day. Yes, 3-day conference. What are some of the activities that we can look forward to, Bandile?
Okay. So all of this is really based on the people that we said who we want in the room, and then how do we create a program around that.
Yeah.
So we are speaking to themes around, let me start from the back, like IP. So we needed a lawyer in the room. We talk about publishing, photography. We are looking at collective work. We're looking at curation of artworks as collective work. We're looking at mentorship. And then also we are talking through the work, through journeys of individuals. And we're seeing the work as they talk through how they became photographers, what challenges, what joys comes with that. So it centers around those things. But we're looking at safe spaces, as you're saying. How do we safeguard our work? How safeguard our equipment? We're looking at how do we share, basically. Sharing in terms of mentorship, in terms of collaboration. How does it look like? How do we make those spaces safe, not exploitative? So it's those kinds of conversations. And the idea is to create a conversation because people are talking from a space of an I. And if you talk instead of the I, then you can only speak in truth and your experience. And the people in the audience, hopefully they engage at that level as well.
And I want to come to you, Charmaine, because you being the alumni now, you kind of going through the institute, going through the educational aspect of it and the learnings from it, stepping into the world. I mean, you know, it's one of the things that I refer to all the time. So I went to a girls' school, right? So that's why I'm a champion for women. And stepping into the world was really difficult, you know, understanding that, oh, men exist. So it's never going to be this nice. It was never going to be that nice again, you know? What was that experience like for you? And now having to compete with not only just, you know, other women of different races, but the men as well. Charmaine, that question was for you, love. All right, it's fine. Let's move to Lufuno while we make sure that Charmaine is comfortable. The same question for you. I mean, considering the fact that you're also a part of the Institute, what is that experience like? Because, I mean, yes, we enjoy the blanket of being surrounded by other women, but stepping out, it feels very uncomfortable. So what is that experience like for you, Lufuno?
Could you just repeat the question? It's
No problem. No worries. So my question is, we are surrounded by, at the Institute, we're surrounded by black women, we're surrounded by women. You know, this conference is a safe space, right? For us to really, you know, live, let our creativity live. You don't worry about things like plagiarism. Having to step out of that, you know, what are some of the challenges now kind of taking all the learnings from the Institute and stepping it into the real world where the competition is high? You know, you're not just competing, you know, against another black woman.
Yeah, like I said, being in the space, it's a safe space. And once you step out, you realize that the world is really real. As a black woman, I've also worked on set multiple times. You are physically not seen sometimes, not acknowledged, and sort of not given a seat at the table. And having, you know, spaces like this, we are bringing the whole entire table for people to have a seat. And I feel like it's very important because outside of this, really, there are no safe spaces for us as black women, you know, to tell our stories and, yeah, be visualized in that essence.
And being the conference producer as well now, I mean, you are inherently responsible for even the people that are going to be speaking and sharing their knowledge, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But, producing a conference like this, talk to us about that process and really setting it up almost.
No, I won't take all credits. This is definitely, we are working along as a group. I'm working alongside Moholi and collaborating with everyone to produce this has been truly a collaborative effort. I've been producing on behalf of working with Bandile on behalf of Market Photo Workshop and working with everyone else. And, it is a collaborative effort, as the entire conference is, Black women all working together. Producing this has been, I've quite enjoyed this myself, I won't lie. Because just to witness powerful Black women, create this space, has been amazing.
And I want to come back to you, Charmaine. Are you back, darling?
Yes, I'm back.
Amazing stuff. I wanted to ask you, being the alumni, I don't know if you got the question earlier.
Yes, I got the question.
Yeah.
So, for being the alumni at having studied at Market Photo Workshop, it has been, the challenges are always there. And I think that's why I took the decision to relocate to the Eastern Cape to be in Mount Frey. I relocated in 2017, and then since then I've been working this side and doing photographs. Of course, I travel to come to the cities and photograph. But the competition is always going to be there, and the competition is always going to be on, for instance, even here in the Eastern Cape, there's a lot of male, what can I say, is that the slots are always for men. Whatever projects that you're going to be starting to do, you're always going to have somebody saying, you cannot go further than this. Here's a red tape. So you just have to work on how to get around that red tape or through that red tape. For instance, there's a project that I'm doing on homecoming, when the boys go to the mountains, and that is predominantly a male dominated space. So in that space, for me to be able to photograph that in that space, there's a lot of red tape. But because this is a project that I'm passionate about, and that because these boys that go to the mountain, they belong to us, the women. They are our children. So we need to be able to tell those stories.
And I feel like there's a nurturing that Black women have. For some reason, as you ladies are speaking, there's a picture that pops up in my head of, everyone is inherently raised by a Black woman. When we think about even the past, the Black women who used to serve in families, right, during apartheid, it was our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, and they were used to raise the kids. There's a touch that Black women have that we'll never be able to explain, but we know we have it. It's just that thing. I don't even want to give it. We just
okay, touching on that, let's start with the concept of IP. But I think there's a lot of where does yours start? When does the community one start? Because there's nothing new. So when you create from something. And that conversation is big because we in the process as well, you're talking about people's stories. And you're saying you come from people. So when you take that photograph, come up with that idea, put it down into a concept, when does it become yours? Where does it become shared? What can another person do with it? And how far can they go? And there is law around this, but law is also... it's not vast enough. It's not been tested enough. Maybe that's the word, And we need to test these things over and over again so we have precedent of how to deal with certain issues. But another really big thing in photography is archiving people's work. People archiving their work. And it's part of protection. It's part of safeguarding. So when you're safeguarding our work, it's the broader thing. It is the IP. It is how is my work saved, like very on a technical level. will it last another 10 years, 20 years, or it's going to disappear within that space because it's not safely guarded in a manner that can safeguard images, whether printed or not. Now you putting yourself out there, your work has been curated, it's up in galleries or it published in magazines and what have you not, and what happens to it beyond that time, 50 years now, I mean, did you have a contract? All these kinds of questions which is hard for a photographer and a creative generally to hold all these spaces. So that's why there's need of a community of practice of different people doing different things that support each other and speak to each other.
So in the African spiritual calendar, this week we just got out of the retrograde. I'm providing context. I'm building on something here. We just got out of a retrograde, and the energy right now allows for wishes to come true, right? There's a lot of love in the air. There's a lot of, kind of like wish fulfillment in the air, right? What is your wish? I want us to wrap this conversation like that. What is your wish in the next coming year for Black women in photography? Bandile.
My wish is that, going back to some of the questions you've asked, is when we get to spaces, we value what we bring and we say it. With confidence, with humility though, but we say it and we're clear about it. And we live in the world now where it's very hard to ignore that. You can't ignore someone saying, this is what I want. We're beyond the space of saying, you're billing in the corner. Because usually when a person is that confident, they're not alone.
Amazing. Lufuno, what is your wish?
My wish is speaking on the archive. I know working with Moholi, they have a wish to have, a women-centered library to introduce, this studies as part of curriculums in schools and universities, to have just this archive stand for the test of time so that a lot of people can access this, internationally and most importantly, locally, to have Black women access this archive that is being created. That essentially is my wish, and that it can stand the test of time. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Charmaine?
My wish would be that rural areas that we could have places where people could go and see images, like galleries, even if it's not all that fancy type of galleries, a women-owned, Black women-owned gallery somewhere here in the rural areas where women are able to enjoy art, to enjoy photography, to enjoy looking at themselves on the wall. Because, if I go to all the women's homes here, you would find predominantly images of Jesus in their walls, but not of themselves.
Ladies, you feel like a blanket. And I can only imagine what the conference is going to feel like. And I pray that maybe even those who are not necessarily interested in photography, who just want to go spend time with women, because to be honest, I'm seeing myself doing that, just wanting to go spend time with women, It's always safe. It's a reminder of my high school days of just being surrounded by women all day, every day. It's a beautiful experience. We look forward to the conference. We look forward to your contributions, and thank you for what you're doing for Black women, because it's not for us. It's for the ones that are still in primary school that are holding a camera or hijacking their mother's phones to take cute pictures. It's for them. What we're doing now is not for us. We have our time now, but we need to set it up for them. We need to set it up for the young African girls that are trying to just get some sort of face or foot into the room. It's very important that we do that. So thank you so much for your contributions today, and all the best for the near coming future.
Thank you. Hope to see you there.
Thank
For
you.
real, for real.
For real. 7:48 Central African time. Thank you, ladies. Have a beautiful and blessed one. It is about 18 minutes to go before we head to the top of the hour. Let's enjoy some music.
talks to Dr. Tulisile Buddha, an academic, author, and an expert in indigenous knowledge systems. Join us for a compelling discussion on preserving African languages and traditions in the digital era. Dr. Tulisile unpacks the role of educators, explorers, and how technologies like AI can support cultural preservation, and challenges us to rethink how we honor African heritage. You can find the episode on YouTube, SABC Plus, and on our website, channelafrica.co.za. This episode is a must-listen for educators, creators, and change makers across the continent. Channel Africa, the African perspective. This is the Oasis on Channel Africa with Tsako Muhlanga. Start your mornings with inspirational stories.
Papa told me keep your head up high. Even though your body full of bite marks from all them canines. Steady moving, I'm just living life. And so many people in my business, so many juking eyes. My fears are easier to face now. In the front of my head, steady chasing my paper. Sipping my tail with no chaser. My steps are guided by Jehovah. I'm 44 looking over. Then no peace, no boss, and no now. And every show is a short time. Cause I stand strong. Baby, you no go minus. Baby, you LME 9 plus. Big fish flow like the ocean. Oh, I'm one stand strong. Activity day my back up. Baby, you LME 9 plus. Can't deny my devotion. Oh, cause I stand strong. Baby, you no go minus. Baby, you LME 9 plus. Can't deny my devotion. Oh, look in my eye. See the money and the fame and success, but you really don't know what's going on in my life. In my life. What's going on in my life? No pleasure comes from pain. No money fall like rain. This thing they cost my grain, but it's all love. My fears are easier to face now. In the front of my head, steady chasing my paper. Sipping my tail with no chaser. My steps are guided by Jehovah. And my mama looking over. Yes, we are spirits in order. And that is the law of the lifetime. Oh, cause I stand strong. Baby, you no go minus. Baby, you LME 9 plus. Big fish flow like the ocean. Oh, I'm gonna stand strong. Activity day my back up. Baby, you LME 9 plus. Can't deny my devotion. Oh,
He's telling us to stand strong. Davido featuring the Sunday Service Choir. What a collaboration. Do you know how amazing that is? Gee whiz, Davido, you're doing some amazing work. He just got married as well. Oh, in a beautiful ceremony. I love Nigerian weddings. It is insane. Like if I ever marry a Nigerian, I'd be very grateful. I just want to enjoy the wedding. Like, wow. Such a beautiful ceremony. Absolutely amazing stuff. Congratulations to Davido. There's certain spaces. I think the one thing I will always thank my mom and dad for was for putting us into a girls' school. So all my sisters went to a girls' school. You can kind of tell that we're girls. Like it's the most crucial stage of our lives were our teenage years, right? And the fact that we're now adults, it kind of makes sense why we're like this. I really, guys, I only have 3 guy friends. And even then, one of them is a business partner. The other 2 are from primary school. Literally. Like, so I don't have like adult guy friendships. I don't know how to relate to men like that. Right? I relate to men on a more romantic level, more of a business level, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with men, but I think it's just one of the things that I realize I just don't have the ability to have those conversations. Like the person I am with my girls, it's so safe. It's kind of like some guys. Like I know there's some guys that just don't have female friendships at all. And it's not because there's anything wrong with them. It's just the way that they are with guys feels more safe. It's kind of like a safety net. I know my girls stand 10 toes for me. 10 toes down. If I shed one tear, there's war. Like the love that we experience in our communities is just so beautiful. So for me, I realized that this conversation, I think it's like a dream. I want more girls. It's in our family, we are more girls than we are guys. And it's safe. It's so safe. You feel safe. There's a safety that women provide that cannot be described. And we know this. Why? Look at our moms. Look at our moms. Whenever life hits you hard, where do you want to go? You just want to run into the arms of a woman. Men talk about it all the time. How after a rough day, you just want that hug from your significant other. You just want to be held. It's the space that we hold. It's who we are inherently. But it's also very important. As they were speaking, I'm realizing that, I'm getting to the age where It's not about me anymore. You know, it's not about what I'm doing. No, it's about making sure that in rooms that I step into, they expect black women there. They expect an African woman to represent. Why? Because we've left that seat to be occupied by another woman, which means the opportunities that we provide, the people that we are, the way that we show up. If you're sitting in a room and you're the first black woman to be there, great. Where are you setting up the second black woman to be there? Who is coming after you? The work that we do is not about us anymore. It can't be anymore. Low key, and I don't even mean this in a bad way, but we're actually too old to think about ourselves right now. There's a young generation of women that is looking to us like we are their queens. And that was the reality check that I got this week, was realizing that there are young girls looking at me thinking that I'm prime. And I'm looking at them like, girl, I'm just trying to figure this out. But you can never get that picture out of their minds. The same way when I look at African women, the likes of Lupita Nyong'o, for example, where I think she is a prime. I think she is a high value woman. Like in my eyes, the perfect woman, you know? And she is probably looking at me like, girl, I'm just trying to figure it out. But it's realizing that you can never get that picture out of our head. How is she creating space? Her stepping into horror films. Black women in horror. When you think about the likes of Viola Davis, the spaces that they're creating in Hollywood for African women. So it's not about us anymore. I feel like once you get to certain places, once you step into certain rooms, once certain positions, when they start giving you director of, head of, or manager, you need to start looking at how am I making this space work for the woman that's coming after me. How am I setting it up for her? Is the seat warm? Maybe you arrived and the chair was cold. Warm it up. Warm it up for her. Add a cushion there for her. Add something that's going to make her all better. It doesn't help for us to walk in and say, no, I went through it, so I'll be fine. No. Let's create safe spaces for young people, the people younger than that are looking at you for the future. They are looking to you. How are you making those spaces more comfortable? 7:57 Central African Time. Let me know your thoughts on @Channel Africa 1. Also on WhatsApp, +27634069126. I'm sure we can squeeze in one more jammy jam as we ease our way into the news. Matapele is on standby, as always, to deliver the best of the best and to see how the world is going up in flames this time around. I look forward to the news because I'm just like, okay, what's happening now in the world? 7:57.
Get the news, music, and lifestyle Africa. Meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Let the weekend unfold with calm, clarity, and connection. On the Oasis with Ntsako Muhlanga, your peaceful companion. Only on Channel Africa.
Bado hatujafika huku, njiani kuna vita, subira itahitajika, shida mitihani, binadamu tumeumbiwa, na mapenzi ni burudani, toka enzi tuliambiwa, umeleta furaha kipindi cha mashaka. sita. Sababu sina, sina sababu. Nikiulizwa nimependa nini, sina jawabu. Niwe wako boda boda, boda boda, popote tutatembea. Boda boda, oh, tolipia fare. Boda boda, foleni utongojea. Boda boda,
nakukamatia juu na kukamatia chini, watu wote wanajua.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Top stories this hour. Mali authorities arrested top officials and a French national, and more than 1,000 die in Gaza. Good morning. A French national has been arrested in Mali along with several top military officials over an alleged plot to overthrow the government. Generals Abbas Dembele and Nemasagara are, as well as a French citizen, Yann Veslier, join more than 30 soldiers and officials who are in custody. Batlali Pele reports.
Mali continues to face deadly attacks from different armed groups in the north and central regions of the country. Authorities have arrested several top military officials and a French national of the alleged coup to destabilize the government. Mali President Assimi Goïta was granted a 5-year renewable term in June, with political activities suspended nationwide. Mali recently cut military ties with France and has turned to Russia for support. Authorities say that the situation is currently under control.
Fighting between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has intensified in recent weeks and has stopped people from farming. Sudanese officials have warned that civilians are dying from hunger in the southern region of Kordofan. The politician Sadiq Tawir, who was in Sudan's unity government before the 2021 coup, has told the BBC that cities have been under siege since May.
In Kordofan, especially in South Kordofan, Deleng and Kadugli, it's a real catastrophe. The main roads have been totally blocked. So the cities of Deleng and Kadugli especially have been by siege for a couple of months. So nowadays in the markets and the stores, there is no any amount of food.
And South Africa's International Relations Ministry has rejected the U.S. country report on human rights practices as inaccurate and deeply flawed. But the U.S. insisted that their reports address human rights issues objectively, whether they arose in countries that are adversaries, allies or partners that they are summaries of factual observations. Sharon Bryce-Priest reported that specific questions posed to the U.S. State Department were not all addressed in their response.
SABC News provided the DIRCO statement to the State Department inquiring as to whether there'd been any engagement with the South African government prior to the release of the country report, and asked them to respond to concerns raised by DIRCO about the human rights deficiencies in the United States. A spokesperson responded that President Trump had been very clear about his concerns on the severity of violence in South Africa, and that the country needed to take tangible steps to condemn and address these egregious problems.
And today marks 13 years of the Marikana massacre in South Africa. 34 mine workers were gunned down by the South African Police Service during a 6-week strike at the Lonmin platinum mine at Marikana near Rustenburg. They were demanding $710 monthly salary for lowest paid employees. Trade union AMCU has organised a commemoration ceremony to mark the day. Deputy President Putuma Manyati says about 20,000 people are expected to attend the event.
Actually, the trend is that if it falls over the weekend, particularly on Saturday, we expect at least 20,000 people. That has been the trend. If it's during the week, there's a lesser number because people are at work, but if it's over the weekend, particularly on Saturday, everybody wants to be here.
The United Nations says more than 1,700 people have been killed while seeking aid in Gaza since late May. It says nearly 1,000 of those who died were shot while queuing for food at distribution sites of the Israeli and US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The BBC's Emir Nader reports.
The grim figures record an average of 22 Palestinians being killed every day while trying to find food. The UN said the Israeli military was responsible for the majority of the killings, corroborating regular accounts of eyewitnesses and Gazan medics. There was no immediate comment from Israel, but it has repeatedly said its troops fire only warning shots. On Wednesday, over 100 of the world's leading aid organizations accused Israel of continuing to block their work and weaponize aid. A UN-backed food monitor has said that widespread famine is unfolding in Gaza.
A recap of your top story. French citizens, Yana Vazilir is among several top military officials in Mali, including General Abbas Dembele and Nema Sagara, arrested for the alleged plot to overthrow the government. Authorities added that more than 30 soldiers involved also remain in custody. For any news stories you'd like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +3711 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Matapela Mahape.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
It is 6 wonderful minutes after 8 a.m. Central African time. I'm pretty sure the sun has risen. It is probably kissing your face. You know, if you don't get to wake up next to someone, if you're not lucky enough, the sun gets to wake you up quite beautifully. I have a view of the sunrise from my room that is immaculate. Immaculate. I brag about it all the time. It is so beautiful. I've made it a mission to have an east wing type of apartment, because then you get to watch the sunrise, and then by the balcony it's sunset. It's just a beautiful setup. Shout out to the architects who do that. The African sun is very different. I know that we have one sun allegedly, but the African sun, honey, there's something about it. There's something delicious about it. What's coming up in this hour? We're having a musical hour. Can't wait to get into some new music. It's usually the season for that, because people are leading up to December. We are planning for the song of the year. So we're going to be doing a lot on hearing a lot of new music, and we look forward to hearing what people have been cooking in the studio. Music and creativity is one of those unfortunate careers. Let me tell you why I'm using that word. No one really sees what happens. Everyone thinks it's a lazy thing. You know, they think that, oh, what are you actually doing? What are you actually busy with? No one really sees the work that you put, but they see it in that 1 3-minute song and they think, oh, that's it. Like, and people actually get to criticize it. It's really unfortunate that, you know, you may put your heart and your soul into that track, and you may, you know, give it your all, and then someone will just be like, it's weak. It's mid. What? I can't imagine that. Like, in my mind, I can't imagine a time where people will be able to publicly criticize something that I've done. Yo, so scary. I think I'm just also too sensitive for that. But we're going to be celebrating a lovely lady. She is in Afropop and also some Afro Soul, and she is releasing her debut single, Ungowami. Her name is Ash Ngoma, and I can't wait to chat to her about her music. It's going to be so exciting. A lot of girl power. Very intentional. I love that. I'm sorry, the direction I'm looking is to Musa, to kind of like take my hat off to her. I love the girl power. I wish Women's Month could be an everyday thing. There's a warmth that us women have during this month, because we're just like, yeah, Celebrate us. I mean, why not? We're girls. We're those girls. We're it girls. Celebrate us. And the specials also, you guys need to thank us for that. All of a sudden now there's your bestie specials at restaurants where you can get like 2-for-1 steak sauce. Thank us for that. Okay? You know how they say you must thank the Christians for Christmas holidays? Thank women for the specials that are happening right now. The bottomless mimosas. Thank us for that. We came up with that, okay? We're going to wave that flag high. We're going to enjoy some new music, and we're going to have a great conversation with Ash Ngoma, beautiful, amazing young woman who is killing the game. It is 8:10 Central African time. Welcome to the third hour of the Oasis.
Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mukwenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa, the African perspective. The rhythm of Africa, the pulse of the continent. This is Channel Africa, the African perspective.
After 8 a.m. and that was Ungowami by Ash Ngoma. I was enjoying it way too much when they dimmed it down. Like, wait, I was still enjoying it. And we have Ash Ngoma on the line. Ash, good morning, darling.
Good morning.
How are
Thank
you? How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. So this is your debut single. Exciting stuff. How are you feeling hearing it play on the radio?
The feeling is overwhelming and exciting at the same time because of how the people are receiving the song and how they actually resonating with the song. It's actually very amazing.
And it's interesting that your art is put out there, like I always wonder, how it feels to have something that you were working on quietly now just out there in the open. How does it feel to have your art being recognized and being received by the public?
Yeah, it is so amazing. Sometimes you just feel like, is this me? But how people receive you and how people show you support is actually a confirmation that you're doing well.
So let's talk about the story and the meaning behind Ungowami. Ooh, who are we singing to, babes?
So Ungowami is actually inspired by the love and the support that I've been receiving from home.
Oh.
So that kind of pure love was actually like something I wanted to capture, and the feeling I wanted to express it through music. And also it's something that I'm longing to experience in the near future. So writing the song, I actually channeled a character so that I can express it into music. Yeah.
So beautiful. We need more love songs in the world. I feel like we speak a lot about twerking and shaking bums, and it's great, but it's nice when we can just tone it down and listen to, something that triggers the heart, that pulls the heartstrings. So talk to us about like the making of a song. What does that process look like?
So I actually made the song on my second session of being in studio ever in my life. And I worked with very brilliant and professional people. I worked with a team from Africa Unites Records, which is June, Kwam, and Andy. And they made everything seem very easy. They helped me. I didn't know much about recording, but they really did put their efforts. They helped me, even boosting my confidence, because I didn't really think I could pull it out, but they really helped me, and they sort of gave me a momentum to actually believe in myself. So yeah, that's how the song came about.
And with making music, are you the type that just walks in or hears a beat and then suddenly gets inspired? I mean, what does your creative process look like?
Yeah, I don't think that's really much of a problem when it comes to me. I just hear the beat, and it doesn't even take me 30 minutes to write the song.
You're one of those on the spot, son. The brain is always operating.
Yeah.
And I know in the music industry, in the creative industry, it's very important to collaborate with certain people. Who's on your wish list currently?
I have a lot of prominence in my wish list. But currently, on the top, I have Nkosazana Daughter, I have Msaki, Mawelele, and Sisi. But there's many more others I would like to work with. That's just the top of my list.
Amazing stuff, man. What can we look forward to in the next couple of months, girl?
I am planning on releasing an EP very soon. And yeah, and I want to collaborate with artists who inspire me. I just want the EP to be a fusion of different sounds and different people from different genres. So yeah, I think that's what you guys should expect, and more singles. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much for joining us today. Where can we find you on social media, love?
So I'm Ash_Ngoma on all social media platforms.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for joining us today. All the best. I think it's only fair to get a little jammy jam in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Amazing stuff. That was Ash_Ngoma, and she is doing exceptionally well. Her list is not unrealistic. Also, who created this thing of be realistic? Which pessimist did that? I don't like it. Do not, and I mean do not, come here with that energy. We're delulu over here. Why? Because everything that we've written on our list comes to life. So you can't tell me what to be and be realistic. I don't want to be realistic. In my world, anything is possible, okay? So the realism is boring. Just dream a little. Cheers. It is at 8:19 Central African time. It's Enjoy Some Music here on the Oasis on Channel Africa.
In this episode of Channel Africa Conversations, Peter talks to Dr. Thulisile Buddha, an academic, author, and an expert in indigenous knowledge systems. Join us for a compelling discussion on preserving African languages and traditions in the digital era. Dr. Thulisile unpacks the role of educators, explorers, and how technologies like AI can support cultural preservation, and challenges us to rethink how we honor African heritage. You can find the episode on YouTube, SABC Plus, and on our website, channelafrica.co.za. This episode is a must-listen for educators, creators, and change makers across the continent. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Rejuvenate your mind, rejuvenate your soul with Oasis.
to the stolo. She want the Louis V's, I'm on the Pondo. Yeah, pull up in the photo. I'm lower. I took her to the stolo. She want the Louis V's, I'm on the Pondo.
Already gave them my extra life.
Too much, look at my baby. Body gon' make it go crazy. Spawn on, spawn on. Bad thing, I need it. The way you shake it, baby, I'm with it. Spawn on. Look, I'm back now with me, now my spawn on. Scorch impilo yensokolo. Ngifuna ukuhamba nawe mina masibonono. Sikhohlwe impilo yensokolo. City private locations, Blomeso 2. Qeda ukushisa jet, flight 42, passport golu ink amathathu. Funa city private locations, Blomeso 2. Qeda ukushisa jet, flight 42, passport amathathu. Tunji. Look at my baby, body gon' make it go crazy. Spawn on. Bad thing, I need it. The way you shake it, baby, I'm with it. Spawn on.
Let the weekend unfold with calm, clarity, and connection. On the Oasis with Ntsako Muhlanga, your peaceful companion. Only on Channel Africa.
Life is one, mtana mingi mtala, mtana mingi mtala, swananga mingi mtala, mtana mingi mtala, emhlabeni ngiyaphilisa, mndeni wami cela ukhumbula abazali bami.
Download the SABC app and take Channel Africa with you everywhere you go.
Central African Time. Dawana, it's Shasha featuring Calvin Momo and Skies. I can't wait for the day someone actually says that to me. And I still remember like, oh, I mean, I'm too tall, so I'll probably be the tallest in the room anyway. But it's nice. Before that was AKA the late and great AKA was spun on a featuring Baby SON and 031 Chopper. And you know what? Actually, something that we need to realize, is that there are people that AKA was trying to put on that might not even be that successful now because he left. Jeez, it makes you think about your succession plan. Like, are you actually actively doing a plan for what happens if you were to just boom, be unalived? Like, what happens then? What happens after that? But again, life, you don't really prepare for these things. I want to come back to something because I feel like I said it in passing and I want to elaborate on it, right? Here's the thing, guys. When we live in a world this big and beautiful, I think the world is beautiful, even with its imperfections. I don't want to negatively put, my perception of the world in a negative sense. It doesn't make sense because I live in it. So I'm stuck here. In a world this big and beautiful, where anything is achievable, why would you be realistic with your goals? Why? Why would you practice any form of realism? Dude, you're literally on a floating rock. There is that thing, the sun, is literally a big ball of never-ending fire. The moon is just one giant rock. And it's just there in the evening, right? Obviously, spiritualists have its purpose for the moon. You can talk to the moon or whatever the case is. But you're on a floating rock and you're just here, right? Why? Why, of all the things you could do on this earth, why be realistic? When anything is literally possible, why would you choose realism? I do not hang around people who talk to me about realism. I'm sorry. We are not friends. And I will make it a point to not be your friend. In a world like this, where a young African can come from dusty streets of Ekopo, for example, of Eastern Cape, could literally rise and be a global sensation. Why would you want to be realistic about your goals? That is so boring. That is actually the most boring activity. I can't think of anything more dull than realism. Genuinely. When you could choose delusion and live and create this magnificent world. I literally get paid to talk, dude. Anything is possible, Oaks. Anything is possible. You cannot be real. You got to dream big. You got to think big. You got to act big. Because that's another thing, right? Is that most of us are thinking big, but you're not aligning yourself to the big. You think big, but are you living big? No. What are you doing on a daily basis to attract that big? Are you running? Are you waking up earlier? Are you reading books on how to handle wealth? Are you reading more? Are you spending time with people? Are you going to events where you're surrounded by big dreamers and big thinkers? I suggest you do. What's beautiful these days is we're seeing a lot more free events. Are you thinking Africa? Are you thinking globally? Are you what's happening here? And are you acting like it? Right? Are you acting like the big that you're thinking about? Because that's also where we kind of lose our goals and aspirations, when we don't actually act the way we're supposed to. We don't act big. You're not washing the dish. You don't have a good routine. You don't read. You don't exercise. You don't spend time with people who think big. Dude, get into some rooms where you feel like you don't belong, because that's the room that you do belong in. Get into some rooms with some billionaires. There's always an event happening. Always. There's always networking events happening. There's always just something going on, right? Google these free events where you can go network. You want to get into the tech world? Go to a tech event. Go be surrounded by the people. You probably think, oh, I want to start a business one day. Go to a business event. Oh, no, but I don't have a business. I don't care. Go. Just guys, I'm telling you now, your dreams are not just dreams. You have to be actually clinically delusional in order to create the life that you desire. You have to be. You have to go to a dealership with $20. You have $20 to your name. It's Mampara week. It's the week before everyone gets paid. I need you to go into that dealership and declare that car. I need you to go view a house and say, yeah, that's my room over there. That's my window. I actually just want to change the color of the kitchen. I don't really like blue. I'm going to make it yellow. You need to be delusional. How else do you think we're going to make this life thing happen? To those who want to get married one day and maybe you're single right now, go to a bridal shop. Make it an event with your girls. Go to a bridal shop and just try on some dresses. Attract these things. You can't say you want a Bentley, but you don't even know what it looks like on the inside. You want a 4x4. You want to drive these big cars. You don't know what it's like to even climb into one. And all of the things that I just mentioned now are free. They don't cost you a single thing. Make it a date where that day, there must be one day where you dress up and go fetch each and every single one of your dreams. You go to the dealership first. You start there and say, okay, I have that car, but I don't like it in black. I like the green one. Yeah. And make it nice and colorful, you know? Then you go view a house. You're like, okay, no, this house, yeah, this is the one that I want. Then when you're done doing all of those things, you go to the furniture shops and say, I want this couch, I want this couch. I'm telling you, you will actually actively see your life changing. It's beautiful, guys. We have to dream big. How boring is it to be realistic? What? Not in this world. Miss me with that. It is 8:38 Central African time. We are headed to the top of the hour. We're going to find out from Puleng and the team about what's coming out on Out and About. And I'm wondering what Out and About thing she's going to be doing today. And we look forward to listening to her and finding out what's up in her or what's on her plate for today. But I think I'm just challenging you today. I felt it in my heart, felt it in my spirit. Please go fetch your life, go fetch your dreams today, now. 8:39 Central African time.
Vue d'Afrique avec Joël Mouteba. Cette peur d'un point de non-retour nucléaire suffit-elle selon vous à légitimer une telle offensive, Monsieur Talati?
Absolument pas du tout. Cela fait plus de 30 ans que l'Israël crie haut et fort sur les toits où il veut se faire entendre que l'Iran serait à 1 an pour obtenir l'arme nucléaire. Parfois, l'Iran serait à 6 mois. Parfois, l'Iran serait à 2 semaines pour obtenir son arme nucléaire. Et curieusement, jusqu'à ce jour, il n'y a toujours aucune preuve que l'Iran a obtenu cette arme nucléaire en dépit des déclarations d'Israël et de certaines puissances parfois.
Vue d'Afrique, du lundi au vendredi de 15h à 16h, temps universel.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
Highly spiritual. Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti Yepenu mediri Yemza Yemzo Deunamuna yanza Unimuze nije nabae Eko fewe kusi ya fonyi nabra Eni obi ya shakone bia Zame umidafu bia mawasi egumi Wepi ya bibi suwa mi ama mi wata mi I'm proud of Zane nije o Etinu mumba munsamami Mumbru chini anu na minte Maumensi anu suna minte Bomisengu Kewa bomisengu Nakoi medie dia Mansami naisi kwa suwa mi bae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti Yepenu mediri Nakoi mediri Mansami naisi kwa suwa mi bae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti Yepenu mediri Bani obajo Yamo nyanyo ake bani obajo Ejaje no fiane jaje Yamo nyanyo ake bani obajo Baji upon you, yeah. Mansa minazi kwa suami bae. Zakona duzu akosha unika. Yapezi yeni. Yapenu mediri. Yako imediri ya. Mansa minazi kwa suami bae. Zakona duzu akosha unika. Yapezi yeni. Yapenu mediri. Yobani
No fairy tales, just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa.
Girl, I want to see you tonight. I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. Eh, ooh, girl, I want to see you tonight. I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. 'Cause this distance is killing me for sure. So give me for more, give me meat on top. I want this, your love, oh. Say for instance, I do anything for love, anything at all. You feeling this or not? Make I know what's up, oh. I go take flight, and I will fly to you. I should waste time, I feel they run to you, oh. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. I should waste time, I feel they run to you, oh. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. Mash it, body, mash it, body. I don't wanna lose you. You get style, me I don't shit bang but I don't know no. Solo time. And if you say you know, do I go and die? Me I don't belong but I don't know no. I'm on a radar. I go take flight and I go fly to you. I should waste time. I feel to come to you. I go take flight and I go fly to you. I should waste time. I feel to come to you. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. Mash it, body, mash it, body. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. Mash it, body, mash it, body.
Find the latest Oasis podcast on www.channelafrica.co.za.
tell me this, they tell me that. They say my bitch, say she a bad. Anytime I knock without rubber band, no rubber band. Every time I put down, they show me that. If I know pull out, she got my back. Although you cool, I'm happy that. Although you cool, say everything I do is for my woman. Anything I talk, when you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now in my ritual. My girl, got me, she no stingy. She give me love, so you want it. All of the moves you've been practicing. Put it on, talk me. Girl, give me love for my moto. Girl, your light in my store. She and me gonna must go. She know they acting on so. Say everything I do is for my woman. Anything I talk, when you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now in my ritual. Me, I know they share my chain. I know they like your pain. My girl, they make me sing. She understand my pitch. Like wangala. Oh, mangala. I put back out for her belly. My girl, got no problem. Oh, all of a sudden, she say me I go be Two-Face and my colleague. Okay, my baby. Oh, all of a sudden, she say me I go be Two-Face and my colleague. Okay, my baby. Say anything I do is for my woman. Anything I talk, when you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now in my ritual.
Amigo, claro, call Odo, call Anita, my baby. I give her one from the front, one from the back, on and on, we go on. Amigo, claro.
8:50 Central African time. It's Omale with a woman coming through there. Before that was Baruzi with some Saudi love. I'm so excited for today. It's going to be a good day. In SA, whenever we have rugby Saturdays, I need you to understand something. If you're coming to South Africa, right, and you hear something called the game is playing, so the rugby game, I need you to understand that you're about to have the best day of your life. I'm not even joking. You're about to have the best day of your life. You could be going out alone, ne? I would find the buffest Afrikaans guy with tattoos. Find a table next to him. He's going to give you the time life. Racism doesn't exist today. We don't have problems today. It's going to be a good day. We don't have financial problems. If you have financial, it's fine. The thing is, they don't change. Your problems are not going to change, right? If you're having marital problems, they're still there. If you're having financial problems, yes, it's fine. They are still there. Your problems are not going to change. Guys, it's Saturday. For Pete's sake, man. Your problems are going to find you on Monday morning at 8. Go out. Get out of the house. Have a good time. Come on. Why are you so hard on yourself? It's not going to change. You're saying, oh, no, but I only have $50. It's fine. Have $50 outside. You never know. What if someone is ready to bless you with something nice? Your problems are not going to change, my love. That's why you must dance through it and just have a good day. So today is Rugby Saturdays. We're figuring out already the girls group chat is saying we are up. So I know that I'm going to go nap, recover, and then be up. And when we're up, we're up. Up and outside, man. We're going to be having a wonderful time today. And I'm hoping that you also have a lovely day planned for yourself. And I'm hoping that, it's just going to be a very kind day to you. If you're not going outside, even indoors, make it an event, make it nice. If you're enjoying your rent or you're enjoying your bond today, then enjoy it and make it an event. Romanticize it, If you're saying, no, I'm just going to lazy around on the couch today, make it an event. Literally pick out an outfit to laze around on the couch. Pick out your movies, cook something nice for yourself. Just romanticize everything. It's going to be fun. We're going to hear from the team what's going to be taking place on Out and About. But let's enjoy a couple more jammy jams as we skedaddle our way out of here. And I'm hoping that you're having a lovely morning so far. I'm hoping the morning has been kind to you. You haven't woken up to any scary messages, or maybe your bank account loss after going out last night is looking scary. It's fine. There's 2 weeks left of the month anyway, so you'll make it. It is 8:53 Central African time.
Es-tu préoccupé par quelque chose? Es-tu passionné par les questions qui comptent? As-tu une voix qui mérite d'être entendue? Eh bien, nous avons la plateforme parfaite pour toi. Téléphone-nous ou fais-nous un WhatsApp au +27 66 408 87 42 et nous te rappellerons. Sois dans la conversation.
Salut Channel Africa, ici Beno le diamant rouge et Bina l'Export depuis le Cameroun, le pays des lions. Voilà.
Sois dans la conversation. Il ne s'agit pas seulement de parler, mais c'est ta chance d'exprimer ton point de vue, de partager tes opinions et de t'engager avec une communauté qui valorise ton avis. Suivez-nous sur les réseaux sociaux, visitez notre site www.channelafrica.co.za et préparez-vous à partager vos points de vue sur Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
The Oasis on Channel Africa.
Desperado, many, Miami go, Balotelli, ladies taking me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami, Egumete la, ni pestas la, azametra la, nie la, Egumete la, ni pestas la. Azametra la, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah. It's not the way you see me, because of the way you're talking to me, yeah. Think you see me the streets of Opa, you see me the streets of Sapler, you see me Ubu go, you see me tell Joshua, you can talk to me like this. Yeah, wow, wow, yeah, I know. So, Minister of Enjoyment, it's a continental. Monumental, go live forever. Chop another bank out. At the mat, they must be meta. Smoke is zaza. Let me can't forget your mother. Ego me do la, ni pestas la, azametra la, yeah, do la, ego me do la, ni pestas la, azametra la. La, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah, la, desperado, many, Miami go, Balotelli, ladies taking me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Don Diami.
Into your weekend morning. It's the Oasis with Nthako Muhlanga. Only on Channel Africa.
One drinks to one more, one car to one, Kachakujo, banana. Alhamdulillah, oh me for that. Yeah. I'm a girl, walk on, side walking toes. But you power sporty, but you zero shorty. What you want, I'm on two. When you call a mura, Kiriwa, they give him the twerk your body, twerk your body, twerk your body, twerk.
Hollywood, Hollywood, down, twerk the body, twerk the body, twerk your body, twerk. I do it. Isakaba, give me your Bakasio. Your body looking like tsunami, explosive Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Plenty of money, don't make me miscalculate. Don't make me over the pay. Don't make me the misbehave. With the way that twerk. We don't make a man go. Again, pepe. Eba mi o Jesu. Baby feeling the boy like Oleku. Asan dio way, dio. Oh yeah, see the way our body twerk. Twerk your body, twerk. Baby, take your body, twerk. Twerk your body, twerk. Hollywood, twerk your body, twerk.
8:58 to Central Africa. It is some Claire's Daniels with Twe featuring Davido coming through. Buleng is in probably, I think, my favorite color on her, maroon. You give maroon energy. For real. Like, you actually give...
No, I don't.
You do. No, it's nice.
It's my favorite color, though.
I know, but you give maroon energy. There's a warmth, there's a spice, there's a regal, there's a class.
Not like black.
No, mama. Like, I'm basically saying, like, your energy is very maroon.
No, but I'm trying to see, because now I always thought my energy was like either black.
I literally just gave you all the compliments. I said there's a regal, there's class. I
like this color, but I thought you got them reds and black. But I hear what you're saying. Not red, but okay, I'll understand.
You know what? It's time anyway to hand over the crown. Thank you so much for choosing Channel Africa to wake up. Continuously choose it by letting the Out and About team usher your mid-morning. From me and Sakum Shlanga, it's been absolutely fantastic, my loves. Have a beautiful and blessed Saturday ahead. Let's link up tomorrow. Bye.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Top stories this hour. DRC writer calls for peace restoration dialogue and Alaska summit takes vital step towards peace for US and Russia. Good morning. A writer from the DRC, Kabusu Katolondi, has called on the international community to facilitate dialogue aimed at restoring peace in his country. His call comes amid escalating violence in eastern Congo, where the army has accused the M23 rebels of violating peace agreements signed in Washington and Doha. Katolondi has called for intensified efforts to address the crisis.
President Cyril Ramaphosa, who played a crucial role in convincing African presidents into bubble in